Okay guys, I just want to tell you real quick, I want to give you a story about this guy before I start this video. I always want to tell you a little bit about what was going on. So this guy hired us to come in and work on his property and do a bunch of things, which we did. What happened and what went wrong here was we did that job like we normally do, quick. We get in there, we knock them out as fast as we can, we still do quality work, everybody's happy with us. This guy was not happy with us. He would come out, this is how the day was going. We would come in with, you bring in your big $65,000 skid steer and you're ripping out all these trees and grinding them and you're going to work and you're doing all your work super fast, and it was just pissing this guy off. He just thought we were going to be there for a day working on this project. Well, we finished it in a half a day, okay? You could tell as the day went on, this guy would come out and he'd be like, oh, you guys are really moving right along here, aren't you? And I'd say, yeah, we sure are. Things are going good, knock on wood, And all of a sudden, about an hour later, he'd come out again and you'd see him walking around with his buddy and they were just shaking their heads, and I walked up to him and I'm like, something wrong, guys? And he would just be like, no, I just can't believe how much you guys are getting done. And, he got shorter and shorter with me. And then in the end, when it was time to get paid, he was out on that back deck. Now, I did all these extras for him, okay? I could see this coming. So I was already starting to get a little bit agitated with it. I didn't think it would escalate to what it did, but it did. It just pissed me off to the point where, I just saw it coming, I guess, okay? Let's put it to you that way. So the guy, instead of paying us, we were wrapping things up, and I approached him and I said, hey, did you see what we did for you over here? Did you see the extra work we did for you over here? And trying to show him what a good job we had done and show him all the extras we did for this guy on top of what I was hired to do. I thought he would be proud of that and would be excited and thankful and, say, hey, yeah, you guys did a super job. Nope, not that guy. He barely wanted to look at anything. He's just like, well, I just can't believe I'm paying you that amount of money to do what you did. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You had the contract. This is the argument you guys didn't see, because we weren't filming at the time because I had no reason to. I mean, we had done the job. It wasn't one that I was going to film anyway. But then when all hell started breaking loose, I thought, screw this. I'm getting the camera and I'm going to put a video together and show you how to deal with these asshole customers, which is what this guy was. He was being a prick. He just got to the point where he was just upset with us because we were so fast and so efficient on this job, and that's what it boils down to. Sometimes you run across customers like this that's all they want to do is piss and moan, and they'll find one thing to complain about or another. If I'd have been there all day with this guy, honestly, I don't know that it would have made a difference. He'd have found something to bitch about, even though we did all the extra stuff for him. So it wasn't bad enough, me just trying to get my money from him, okay? Because we had an altercation that you didn't see that was out on the back deck, where I told him, hey, we're getting things wrapped up here, I'd like to settle up with you if we could, we'll be done here in the next 20 minutes. And he just started mouthing off, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. All the extra work I did for you on top of doing a nice job for you? So that's why you guys are gonna see this video where I get a little bit excited at this guy, okay? But there's a reason for that. This guy got me riled up right from the get-go out there. So, and he's a guy that, and even prior to that, he put me off. When we were supposed to come there, he put me off for a couple of weeks. And then it was time for me to come again, and he put me off again. So I mean, there's things that happen with this guy that you guys didn't see. And I just want to bring your attention to that. Please don't think I'm a complete asshole, but this guy had my blood boiling, and he just kept doing it. He just kept kicking me in the ass all day, and I'm just not having it. So anyway, I just want to do that little bit in front here of the video so that you guys understand the real story. Enjoy. Okay, this is George Packard. Today is September 10th. You can see that, 2018. And I'm having problems getting paid from this guy by the name of for work that we just did. I'm going to go see if he's going to pay me or not. So that's what we're up to right now. Job is complete. It's supposed to pay me upon completion. Here's the rest. Have him settle up.
Okay.
Balance is due is $29.87.13.
That was $56.50. I paid you $3,000.
$56.75 plus tax. Okay. So what you paid?
Paid you $3,000.
Yep. So you paid $3,000. Your balance due is $29.87.13. Collectible there.
You split stuff in one house and then you're here.
Calling you again either. Sometimes you get these guys on landscape jobs. I'm going to walk this property. I'm going to show you everything that was done here while he's getting me a check. So follow me. So I'll hide the guy's name, but if you can see this, I don't know if you can. I'll get over here maybe. Maybe this is better. So I'm supposed to cut down the pine tree, dispose of on the property, grind out 2 stumps, remove 10 dead bushes and replace with 10 miscellaneous perennials. He knocked out the perennials. He said he didn't want to plant any perennials, so he changed his mind. Remove 3 lilac bushes. Distribute 17 yards to screen topsoil over designated lawn areas, seed, and fertilize. Now, let me show you what I did.
We did 4 lilac bushes.
Yeah, so we did 4 lilac bushes. This was all extra right here. We tilled all that up for him and reseeded this. We didn't have to do that. Here's the bed that we removed, and as you can see, we reseeded everything. Over here, this is an extra that I did. That there was no topsoil up here. It was down about 6 inches, so we put it in here. My topsoil, I put it in, reseeded it, fertilized it for him. Any areas that were worked up, that pile right out there was his pile, and I took the power rake over it, leveled it all off, and reseeded it. Now look over here. All this is reseeded. Anywhere we worked up was reseeded. Here's where he had all of those shrubs, where we tore all of the rose bushes out. Look how nice that is, all reseeded, right? Come over here, this, all reseeded. He had a stump in here. We ground this stump out, reseeded it. Up by the house, none of this was on my program to get done, none of it. All of this up in here, I added all that topsoil and reseeded that whole thing for free. Leveled off these areas. He had some topsoil up here he wanted me to use up by the house, so I did. Put it up there for him. Wasn't in my job description, but I did it anyway. Then what did I do? Came out here, used every ounce of topsoil we had, leveled this off the best we could with what we had. It's still probably short a yard or two, but we used every ounce he had. I reseeded this. This isn't in my job description. None of this. The tree we cut out, that big pine tree right out there. That was ground out right here. This is all just high grass. This is all waste. This is all ground out, leveled off. There's the debris over there, which we're supposed to leave on the job site. This is what happens with some assholes, right here. So now I'm trying to get my money, and he'll probably leave me a bad review or something like that, you know. So, this is what you get for even being a nice guy. Sometimes you still get screwed. It sucks, and I'm sure all you guys have a horror story about this, you can tell. All of this, leveled off, reseeded, where the lilac bushes were. There he is. There's something else we did for you? All this right in here. You see how we tilled that up and reseeded?
Well, that was all part of the job.
It wasn't. Where does it say that?
It said to put in a new lawn. Dig it up and
Right
put in
here
a
it
new
is.
one.
Right here. Show me where it says that. Show me where it says that. It doesn't, right?
What does it say?
Cut down the pine tree, dispose of on property. Grind out 2 stumps. Add dirt and reseed.
Remove 10 rose bushes, replace with 10 miscellaneous perennials, which you took out. Remove 3 lilac bushes, we took out 4. Distribute 17 yards of screen topsoil over designated areas, seed and fertilize.
Okay, my mistake, I fucked up.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Would you sign that for me, please?
Got a pen?
No, I don't.
Well, if you want to grab one, I'll sign it.
It's a hell of a good money for 4 hours of work.
Well, that's none of your business, is it?
I wish I had your business.
Yeah, well, you get smart sometime, maybe you'll get it.
I'm too old for that.
Yeah, well, shovel, work your ass off, that's how you get paid.
Yeah, I've done that all my life.
Yeah, well, some people are stupid. What can I tell you? 2987. I don't have a date on this thing. Let me put the date on that check. There you go. That's pretty bad when you got to go around and pry the money out of their dead hands. You know what really pissed this guy off? I'll tell you what pissed this guy off. It pissed him off that we came here and we knocked this thing out in a half a day. That's what pissed him off more than anything. We wouldn't have had a single problem if we'd have stayed here till 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight and just took our time and lollygagged around with the rake. He wouldn't have had any problem with us. But because we knocked it out in 4 hours, he's pissed. That's what it boils down to. So anyway, it's unfortunate that you got to show stuff like this. But you know what? You guys need to see how to handle these assholes. Screw these guys. You don't have to put up with that shit. I'll tell you what, don't be afraid to put a little can of ass whoop on them once in a while either. And I've been to jail. Shit ain't that bad. Anyway, you get 3 squares. Nice bed, right? Yeah. All right, so anyway, we're going to get out of here and get on to the next one where I might make a shitload of money for some guy that's a fucking genius that hasn't figured out how to make money, right? Yeah, damn. And I got his pen. Who's a dummy now?